Well, hello there. I just wanted to make a quick video, or I guess an Operation Avalanche video, but I'll try not to keep you for too long. So, yeah, I don't know if I can completely talk about this on the YouTube, get your videos deleted for talking about some of this stuff on the YouTube. I mean, I got playlists of other people's videos as well, but, yeah, just things that are happening recently in the media, and about that Tate guy, why people are looking up to him as some kind of celebrity idol role model these days. I don't know. It seems like ever since The Sopranos came out, everybody's been fascinated with the anti-hero. I was talking to my brother the other week about that. The idea that where have all the heroes gone in movies and cinema and whatnot. And so, yeah, the last couple videos I've made weren't really much of anything. A couple videos about video games even, which I make no bones about helping me pass the time and stay sane. And so I guess this video, it starts with something I haven't talked about in a while, and that would be like one of these false French fries. And when I say that, I mean like I might have to remake or re-edit this video here, and some of the different things that have been going on, add to it, and just talk about it a bit more. I mean, it is why they clipped Bill Cooper. He knew about 7-Eleven not being a part-time job long before it happened, and they clipped him on his front lawn over it. But even like on my Rumble, I don't know if I even really got this set up right. At this point in the game, I've been so unpersoned and demonetized, it doesn't matter anymore. But even on my meager Twitter page, I thought it was funny how my old Twitter had like, I don't know, almost 3,000 followers. Had a little bit of a following, whatever. Now they've gotten this down to a science. After deleting someone, if they roll up another page, it's never going to get those numbers again. And how certain people like that Tate got their page back, but, you know, Christian truthers, it seems like, no. No. Especially if we speak out against the right-left paradigm. People keep choosing right, left. It's like, why are you playing that game in the first place and giving them your consent? I mean, the right and left-hand paths of Freemasonry? I don't know. In my mind, you have to be crazy on acid to vote in a federal election, but that's just me. I've never voted in a federal election. I never will. But the argument also of this happening recently in the media, and I really don't know what to think. And I guess I'd have a few questions about it. But I'm not going to really get into it on the YouTube. Like I says, on the YouTube you can get your page disappeared down the memory hole just for having an opinion that goes against alphabet people or you know, media narratives or whatever. And that's why I call them false French fries, you know. You can just use innuendo or whatever to pass a point along. But at this point in the game, yeah, you're either aware of the programming or you've been programmed. Did you let someone put a spider in your mind? I just pray Jesus, God in heaven, open people's eyes because it's getting horrible. Like, even these fascists that run Instagram and Meta or whatever, the people that put the AI to work, how it works is somebody sees your post and then it either gets mass flagged or just the AI notices and does something about it, or both. But yeah, all these comments I made, which I showed clips of in one of my other videos, but again, didn't talk about directly, that Trump started calling for the death of nonviolent drug dealers, even though that the damage done by Big Pharma in the state well exceeds anything street dealers could do. But so somebody gets it mass flagged, all the Garys and Karens out there, these NPCs, to get their knickers in a bunch. And so, yeah, a bunch of my Instagram comments got deleted, and they said, so your page is now in danger of being deleted. And it's like, ugh. And I'm like, I pray, Jesus, God in heaven, Yahshua, please forgive me my anger. I mean, if you really want to test somebody to see if they have a temper, put them in either a gridlock traffic jam, and I don't drive, I don't own a car, or in front of a slow computer with a lot of lag, crashing and buggy over and over again. And I don't know about you, but that does it for me every time. I have a temper. I pray God forgive me for it. And one of the things that just drives me to drink is a slow computer. But yeah, talking about this guy. I mean, come on, bud. You know, picking your nose there, bud. Picking your nose. What does the G really stand for? I gotta ask. I gotta ask, bud. Because I'm not claiming to be anything other than a reformed hangaround trying to do the Jesus thing now. And I do pray God forgive me for all my other sins as well. But yeah, that guy, he's not the role model you want to be looking up to. I mean, it drives me to drink to think that people don't, I don't know how people can't see through this stuff. I guess I was just hurt and burnt so much growing up. I just got a Jedi sense for sizing people up, and I can see it in this guy's eyes. I can see it in the way he handles himself socially. I've watched enough of his interviews and seen videos and testimony of people who know him or got burnt by him. And so, whilst as a Christian, we're not supposed to be just ripping on people, and I'm not making a video here to rip on him, I'm saying that I just don't know why people buy into him being propped up as a role model. And so, the post I made, the comments I got, inspired me to sort of make this video. And Michael says, if this meme is implying whatever, alphabet status to Tate, he says the guy seems confused about a lot of things, but sexuality is not one of them. And I says, well, I didn't make the meme. It seems like. I think one of Owen Benjamin's fans, one of the Bears, made this meme or whatever. Just the way he interacted with him even was enough to make me wonder. But at the end of the day, it's just a joke. It's just, this post was just a gaffe. Because I've been around gangsters and I've been around pimps. And he's not a gangster, he's a pimp, at best. I mean, he runs a porn site. He's also admitted to doing like phone sex with dudes when his women couldn't, quote, cut it. Okay, that's pretty greasy if you ask me. I mean, come on. We all got our proclivities and our sins, and I repent of mine. And like I says, I'm not claiming to be better than the guy or anything. I'm a recovering user in all those regards as well. But at the end of the day, like I said, it's a gaffe. This is supposed to be a joke. And the G can't possibly stand for gangsta. He's a pimp at most. A gangster is someone who's in a crew, like the mob, or in the dope game, or who kills on orders for a crew, in a crew, whatever. A set. That's it. In prison, it's a whole other ecosystem, whole other animal.
One day in 1876, Alexander Graham Bell uttered through a wire, "Watson, come here, I want you." 130 years later, we're talking through satellites. Strange, huh? That before hanging up, we say, keep in touch, when there's never any touch involved. No contact. Just cables and frequencies. Still, to get an I love you call in the middle of a shitty day, that makes a cell phone seem miraculous. Midway through the 20th century, man wants communication without communication. He wants to sit in his living room and watch people in a box fall in love, work, sing, golf, cry, and up. Television, a one-way conversation between you and the world, where the world does the talking. Like God, man can finally create man in his own image and then kick back and watch all sorts of shit hit the fan. Back in the 60s, the Department of Defense created the internet. Little did they know they were mixing concrete to build the global village. There's nothing concrete about it, though. People get digital mail from electronic boxes. They congregate in chat rooms that have no walls and no doors. Millions around the world have instant access to each other and stores and food and entertainment. But if it's such a revolution in communications, why do studies show the more time one spends online, the more isolation one suffers? When man goes collectively mad from downloading all the mental messages in the air, when there's no trees left, because we needed all that paper for the printing press, and therefore are left with no oxygen to breathe, then satellites will fry from overuse and drop from the sky. And we'll make desperate cell phone calls to our loved ones while watching Mother Earth's last days on reality TV. Communications. will be once again what it was in the beginning.
The Word, moving over the face of the deep, over the face of God, who now, instead of wanting to talk, is tired of listening.
It's a whole other ecosystem, whole other animal. But Michael responds, Tate is a pimp is highly possible. He does on the casinos or whatever. I don't know what he means by that. Complex character. On one hand, he seems like a callous braggart at least. On the other hand, he seems like he has excellent views on how relations should be. But as far as treating women, no. I mean, he sells sex for a living. He's admitted to it. At one point in the last 40 years, I've met all these types of people. I respond to Michael. Everybody except any, like, really powerful people, obviously. But he could also be an asset, for all I know. And yeah, a secret puff, like a lot of the rappers. They purposely plant the people they need there, so they get blackmail and whatnot on them. They can control them, they can do this, they can do that. Or it's a Luciferian ritual in a lot of cases with them. But yeah, that's why he moved to Romania. All the lax sex trafficking laws. He runs some kind of porn ring, sex ring, whatever. And who knows, I can't speak to whatever else happens behind the scenes there. But, you know, when in Rome, right? But now he's saying he's a born-again Muslim living in Dubai. Like, I mean, complex character to say the least, but I would wager, yeah, he's been planted on the scene for a reason. Like I say to people in all my other videos, don't believe a word I say, research everything I say, and make up your own mind. Like this, a citation. I mean, regardless of what you think of Owen Benjamin, a lot of people don't like him because of his racial comedy. A lot of people only like clean comedy. And, you know, so mind the F-bombs in this citation. And, you know, some people are really mad at him lately because of the whole rewrite the Bible comment about Paul. But, you know, the citation is valid here. Or it shows this Tate guy has burnt a lot of YouTubers and celebs over the years. And some serious allegations, criminal allegations against the guy. Why is he being propped up as some kind of, you know, celebrity male role model? It's completely ridiculous. Like, I mean, like I said before, you got to be crazy on acid to support some of these guys. They're obviously plants. And so it's like, here's where we are. I mean, read all these books. Much less Brave New World, a book about cloning humanity that was written like 100 years ago. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm going to have to make this meme again pretty quick for 2023. But yeah. It is what it is. Or even on the topic of Face Like the Sun, Canary Cry News Talk, I was tweeting with Basil. I thought it was pretty funny. I went back and watched that old Die Hard movie, and it was made in 1995, but yet when they mention the 45th president, they say it was Hillary Clinton, even though she lost to Trump for the 45th spot. And people don't think this predictive programming happens in TV and movies. But yeah, even the episode that was from, I think. And so, yeah, they were talking about all this other stuff in the media lately that I don't even really necessarily want to get into, because I think that a lot of it is the theater of war. They call it that for a reason, you know, much less gangs. Think of it, gangs, Bloods, Crips, red, blue, politicians, Democrats, Republicans, red, blue. In Canada, we got like 5 parties as far as a lot of these topics, even going back to the false French fry topic, why that guy was even in that club. Because his daughter was there? I mean, I don't know. All these people, it's like, I pray that they could see the forest for the trees, the conditioning, and if they're in the media, something's up. If they're being propped up by society and the mainstream media, there's something up. I've researched into Trump and made videos about him. I'm not slagging on anyone who supports him. I just think, you know, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink, and you can lead someone to knowledge, but you can't make him think. And it's like, Rudy, get in here. It's Trump. You know, he makes comments that make my head spin that I can't even see that that's like a real thing. It drives me to drink sometimes. But yeah, as far as all this goes, I just wanted to make a short video talking about some of the stuff that's been going on in the media lately. And the idea that I might remake my false French fry video. But, yeah, I see right now the 3 world wars of Albert Pike manifesting, and who they're planning to give the blame to. Because remember, only one of them is Judea, only one of them is Benjamin, and most of the Benjamites, A lot of Danites and Canaanites pretending to be Judeans and Benjamites. It's pretty crazy out there. But yeah, I guess just a crazy ramble video because I had to watch what I was saying. All the stupid censors. I don't ever really make videos just for BitChute, but occasionally, you know, where I don't have to censor myself at all. Where, I mean, my number one videos aren't even mine, they're just mirrored videos, but all my other stuff, whatever, especially false french fry stuff you can talk about here. Like this video got deleted on YouTube. Anything about this cloning topic always seems to get deleted if I get too specific, and I can't really prove much anything anyway. Isn't that how it always goes? So yeah, I guess at the end of the day, that's all I wanted to talk about. Just be mindful of who you prop up as a hero in your mind. The definition of a hero is either a mighty one who gets other people killed or a Nephilim. I mean, we can look it up later. And so, yeah, I don't have heroes. You know, the only heroes I have are fictional. I know they're not real. My comic books or whatever, things that, you know, stories and whatnot in comic books that taught me how to survive, people like my dad. I guess that's all I got to say about that. So, peace out.